led and legged by Longboard's excellent challenge on Giggs, and here's a fine challenge by Cole, and it's led to Dwight York striking again.
Well, thank you so much, Dwight York, for joining us at Ebru TV. This is Ebru TV, and welcome to Kenya. Maybe as I start, what was maybe the memorable match or the memorable thing that happened in your football career?
Well, I mean, from a memorable point of view, I think when I first went to England in 1989, maybe some of you didn't even born yet. That was a transition from, moving from the Caribbean to England, having the adversity of, the culture, the people, the food, having to change all that around was probably the most daunting time. I was still very young. I was only, 16 years of age, embarking on a journey that I, was longing for, and never thought I would come out, very successful at the end of it.
We understand the former Aston Villa coach is the one who discovered you. How is the feeling, and how has this been enacted in your football career?
Well, I've been very privileged. I've been very lucky, because sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Coming from the small shores of the Caribbean, of Trinidad and Tobago, football is not really renowned to be like top of the sort of international sports, although domestically it was the #1 sport. So I was very lucky that Aston Villa came to visit, the small Caribbean island. I managed to play against them, and then at that point is when we got sort of interaction that Aston Villa and the late Graham Taylor, who also seen a young boy who probably has potential, and he was prepared to take that opportunity and give me that opportunity to go to England. And at that point I recognized that maybe I have a chance of fulfilling my boyhood dreams.
Maybe moving from Aston Villa to United, how is it?
Yeah, I'm very grateful that I was given the opportunity to be at Aston Villa for a very long time, nearly 10 years, and in that period of time, of the 10 years I was there, I've been able to develop and get stronger, get to understand what professionalism is about, get to understand what it takes to be a top athlete and what it takes to be a successful footballer. So all that was a part of my development stage as a player. So after 10 years, I recognized that I needed to take my game to another level. I needed a new challenge. I needed to go to a bigger club to play European football. And so when Man United came asking for me to come, there was only one club I wanted to. So the transition was, because I'd been in England for 10 years, the transition was pretty much easy to go to that club.
Did it change maybe your playing style?
Yeah, my style had to change. I was more of an individualist at Aston Villa. I had to do a little bit more. I had to dribble a lot more. I had to create for myself a little bit more. So having made that transition from Aston Villa to Man United wasn't easy, but it was a much smoother transition. The fact that we had world-class players in every department, from back to front. We talked about the Giggs and Beckham and Scholes and Roy Keane and Jaap Stamp and Peter Schmeichel. These players are world-class players. So my game didn't have to change that much, but I didn't have to do as much because we had quality in every department. So then football became very easy and much more reliable.
I understand there was more pressure and expectations from the coach, one of the most successful coach, Sir Alex Ferguson, and from the fans. How was it?
Well, yeah, I mean, the beauty of when you go into Manchester United, I went in as the record signing back then for nearly £13 million. That was a huge sum back then, so a lot of people thought that I didn't value that. But so Alex Ferguson had other ideas. He believed in me. He gave me the opportunity to come and prove to a lot of people that I was capable of playing at this high level. I didn't think too much of it because, as I said, when I set out as a young boy coming from the Caribbean, it was about playing football and enjoying my football. And if that means that I was going to be playing at Manchester United and winning trophies, so be it. And that was always my attitude going into this big club. I just wanted to play football at the highest level, and I knew I was playing with some great players, and the rest is pretty much history. I didn't think too much of what the media think or what supporters think or what other people think. I just wanted to play football and enjoy doing it, and I did that, and by doing so, along the way I've been able to win trophies as well as win other accolades in the game.
Over towards Jesper Blomqvist. York! Oh, beautiful! 2-0 United. Dwight York, who had a stellar treble campaign, doubles United lead 2-0.